What's up, people? Perry here with episode number 23 of Surviving Creatively, and what we are looking at right here today is our project that we are going to hopefully get done this episode. Not too sure how far along we'll get, but I think we'll make some progress. As you can see, I have gotten a bunch of work done on the palace. Well, you can't see from here because this is basically where I left off in the last episode, but around it I've been able to kind of get some things in place, and I'll show you that in just a second. And just in case you're wondering where this is in the overall placement of the palace, over there is our front entrance, and you can see the entrance hall, which obviously needs some work because is sticking out like a sore thumb, obviously. But we have our main hall right here, our main building, main palace building. I don't know what to call it, but we have that right there. And then over here, this is where our great hall is going to be. And so, what updates do I have for you today? Well, the retaining wall, it's starting to spread along here. I haven't done anything extra to it, not too much in the way of detail, and I really don't want to concentrate on that at this point in time because I'm thinking that I want to get the overall structure just out of the way so that I can concentrate on the finer details later on. Stuff like adding in cracked brick or mossy brick or something like that. Something to give it a little bit more realism. What else? You can see over here I have put in the retaining wall here and also down there, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. But one thing that I wanted to point out was right here. You can notice this big gap, and that's because I'm going to try something different. The idea that I'm going for is trying to go for a little bit more of a modernish type look, and the way I will try and do that is try rounding off the corners. So that's basically what I was trying to say. But you can see right here with the retaining wall, again, it's just something that I wanted to put into place just to get an overall sense of what I want to do. In the last episode, I did mention about this whole thing right here, and I was thinking about putting something down below it, and that's what I ended up doing. Again, it's nothing really fancy, but it's something that gives it a little bit extra, kind of bookends this little architectural piece right here. Because before what we had was kind of a, we just had sandstone, and then it met with was it lapis? It's lapis. And so I thought it might be a good thing to kind of fill in that gap there with a little bit of an outline or a little bit of a border in between, So again, as you can see, we still have the retaining wall going across here. And you can see what I'm trying to go for. It's kind of a step down type thing. We have the large building in the middle. Obviously, that is the focal point. And then over here, we have this building, which is slightly smaller. And then another building right over here. Again, it's another step smaller. And the idea behind it is that grabs your attention first, and then from there your eye kind of moves down this way. So that's what we're going to go for. Originally I had the idea that I wanted this retaining wall to kind of tuck in, and if you follow along with my cursor, instead of the wall going down like this, I wanted to move inwards towards the face of the mountainside here. But in running tests and trying to figure out where I wanted to put all the blocks and stuff, it got a little bit too complicated, so I didn't want to overcomplicate things, and so I decided to just kind of keep the wall kind of just like this. It seems to be working out so far, and once we get everything into place, I think we'll be able to make a better decision from there. So that's the wall, and that is basically the amount of progress that I've made thus far in the palace. Obviously, what I'll have to do next is to make the inner walls here. Maybe this is going to be a bit of a chore because of the fact that it's on an angle like it is, And typically when you try to put things on angles, especially in Minecraft, that can get a little bit tedious, but I'm looking forward to the challenge of trying to accomplish that. And over here, I'm looking to do this in maybe the next couple episodes, or maybe a few episodes from now. I'm looking to start building a monumental castle right here, and I'm looking forward to showing you guys just how to go about doing that, because I feel that castle design is something that, you know, it's been lost in time for quite a while, because, well, obviously we don't need castles as it is in our modern society, but how to construct a castle, a little bit of an art, and there's some things that you kind of need to know in order to build that. So I'm looking forward to kind of showing you just how that's done, at least in my opinion, how it's done. I've spent a lot of time looking at castles and stuff like that, but hopefully I can show you a few tips and tricks on how to build your own awesome looking castle. So what we're gonna do in this episode today is we're gonna get this thing done, well, as close to done as possible. And what I need to do is try to get some blocks together so that from there I can better illustrate to you what we need to do to this room. So let me do that, and I'll see you in just a bit. All right, so here we are back again, and got my blocks together and getting ready to go ahead and do this. And I'm just going to fix this. There we go. Looks much better now. But what we're going to do is we're going to fill this entire area with wood, and we're just going to concentrate on this part, because what's going to end up happening is, with the magic of MC Edit, I can copy and paste this over onto all the walls, and really what's going to end up happening is that I will just be repeating a pattern over and over again. And so that really is the beauty of building on a large scale, is that find out the things that you can repeat, and then from there you can just concentrate on what you need to do before you have to go ahead and repeat it. So what I'm thinking about is, well, we have our woods right here. We have our birch wood, the spruce wood, the jungle wood, and the dark oak. There is a fifth one, that's the acacia wood, but I decided to kind of leave it out just for the time being, just because I don't really have a place for it, at least in my mind. I don't really know how that's going to fit in with everything. It's a different color than everything else. It feels like a different color, and I think I talked about this before, but it feels like it's a little bit different. So we'll just go with these for now, and who knows, I may just round it down to 3. So we'll see what happens with that. But what I want to do first is kind of block everything in with just a particular block, just kind of like a base layer, before we go ahead and go and take a look at the finer details. So I'm thinking we'll go with the birch wood as kind of a base layer. And the idea behind that is that I'm thinking that we'll have the white on the background, and then the darker features like this dark oak on the outside of that. And if you know anything about color theory, I am basically doing the opposite of what you should be doing. Usually what you want to do with lighter colors is you want to have that in front of the darker colors, so that it kind of brings out the lighter tones, or whatever it is. But I'm working on a what's it called, a tutorial on how to do this, on how to do color theory and stuff like that. Taking quite a bit of time in order to do, but that's because I just want to make it perfect for you guys, make sure that, you know, everything is clear and concise, and that you guys can pretty much understand what I'm trying to get at when it comes to color. And that's something that's really important when it comes to building, and I feel that it's quite important when it comes to your designs and stuff of that nature. So I really hope that I can get that out to you guys in due time. But I do have some other tutorials that I will be doing before that, so, you know, stay tuned. Yeah, check back on the channel every now and again, because I should be rolling out with some tutorials in due time. And I know that some of you guys have been waiting for those things, because I know that it's been a while since I've done a tutorial, because, well, with time and things that are going on in my life, especially with the baby coming around, it's kind of getting a little bit hectic. But as of right now, I have a little bit of a break until the new year. Right now, if you're watching this in the future, it is December the 5th. And so basically I am off till, well, January. And and this is usually a slow time for me. Happens pretty much every year that I just end up with little to no work. I do work here and there, but where I am not working, I will be trying to put out content for you guys. So hopefully I can start putting up more videos a little bit more frequently, especially right now. I think I'm down to about one video every 4 days, which I was not originally planning on when I wanted to do this channel. And one of the things that I wanted to do with this channel was that I wanted to kind of make it like a daily type thing, but that didn't really work out, especially with, you know, trying to figure out content and all that stuff. And that's not really, it's not really the best thing in the world when you're just putting up random crap. In my opinion, it felt like random crap, so I really didn't want to do that to you guys. So that's why I've been kind of meandering here and there about my upload and stuff like that. I would like to work out some sort of schedule, but I don't know when that would occur. Maybe around this time, because I have a little bit more time on my hands. I'll be able to try and work out some sort of schedule for you guys that might be better in terms of what we want to accomplish. Well, what I want to accomplish with this channel. But what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to look for some blocks here to kind of complement our facade that's going on right there. Maybe some birch. No, I don't want the birch wood. Got spruce. I want to concentrate on the spruce wood right now because I think that will be our kind of a detail filler for us. Where is it? I may have to cut this part out. Because this is just embarrassing, really. There we go. Spruce. Okay. Spruce wood. There you go. All right. Is that the wood I was looking at? Yeah. Okay. So what I want to try and do is to put in some sort of decorative pattern on the top. Maybe repeat a little bit over here. And from there, perhaps some notes on the bottom here, something to kind of fill in the bottom, kind of bookend the whole thing. So let's just try it here. Maybe some spruce stairs here. Oh, no, that's a problem. We have sandstone here. Now, the problem that I was talking about in the last episode was that I can't take out some of these blocks here, like for instance this one right here, because it links to the outside. And so we don't want stuff showing through on the outside from the inside, of course. So I'm kind of stuck with what we have here, and that may be an issue. I'm not too sure. We'll see how this goes. We'll put some blocks just like that. Try to get some detail going on, because obviously you don't want to have things looking too blocky. You want to try and add in a little bit here and there. And what else can we do here? Maybe frame that in a little bit better. Kind of like that. That's okay. Oh, I really don't like the sandstone though, but that'll just have to do for now. Maybe we can go down here with another stair, just like so. I mean, that's okay. I mean, it kind of gives the sense that there's a kind of like a beam that's going across like that. But again, I'm not too sure about it. And right now I've just used 3 out of the 4 types of wood. And I don't know where to put this 4th type of wood. And the one that we're not using right now is this one, the jungle wood planks. And I'm not too sure how I want to incorporate it. I mean, right now, as it stands, this looks good in terms of a base layer. And then what I would do from here is just kind of add in the little details that we need. But I'm not seeing any room to put in these jungle wood planks. I mean, maybe on the side here. Kind of like that. Maybe add it into this side so we can get a better sense. Just like that. Yeah. See, now I'm running into issues with the color balance. It's not really working for me, so I think maybe we'll just have to stick with the spruce wood. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead off camera, kind of tinker around with the details, but basically you can see the idea that I'm going for. Try to make some sort of arch that goes along here, and then another decorative element to kind of complement this right down here, putting it up here. So what I'll do is I'll go away for a little bit, and when I come back, hopefully we'll have some progress. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so check it out. After a bit of tinkering and fiddling around, this is what we've come up with. And I think that it's worked out quite well. The wood itself, I didn't think that it would give off this warm of a feel, but to me this really feels like a really warm type vibe that we got going on here. I'm looking forward to replicating it out throughout this room. But to go over some of the finer details of what we have here, you can see I was trying to do the archway here, and I really like how that worked out, especially right here with these little holes. Kind of breaks up the beam itself, and at the same time kind of reduces the bulkiness of it, the bulky look of it. And I wanted to repeat the same pattern up top, and so I think I have accomplished that. And also, what else? Over here I decided to break up the monotony of the pillars by adding in a little break here and there. Also kind of frames in the beam itself, and to kind of round out the whole thing, I've kind of rounded out the area by putting in this dark oak, kind of frames it in, and of course along the bottom kind of adds to that whole framing in. And one of the things that I thought would be good was right here. You see the focal element, I think, should be the window. And so I kind of stopped the framing in right here and here, and it kind of creates this sort of image, in my opinion, that this is kind of a important focal point. So that's what I'm going for. I don't know if you guys can get what I'm looking at here, but that's what I'm trying to do. What else? Over here, these beams, I'm working on a secondary archway right here. Sorry about my voice. I don't know what happened there, but I'm working on a secondary arch, and I was thinking about kind of bringing all the way down to the bottom, but then it would kind of get in the way of, you know, all the walking room that we have here. So I decided to end it off early at this level and then add in another arch right there, and I think that should work out quite nicely. Not too sure how it's going to work out, especially when I replicate it over to the other side, but I think it should be a really cool element. Hopefully if I can do it right, I think it should look quite nice. But oh, and also over here, the rooftop, instead of going with a flat roof, I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of round it off, give it a little bit of a dome type shape. I think maybe we should go with some sort of a skylight, so something like this. I'm not too sure yet. I think we'll get something. We'll put something together, but for now I'll put in that little skylight just to kind of signify that I want to put something in there right now. But the next thing that we need to do is to go ahead and replicate this, and once we do that, I think we should get a better sense of the feel of this room. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, and with the help of MC Edit, we come up with something like this. I like how it's turned out. Now, one of the things that we're going to have to do is to work out the lighting of this, and I want to try and keep away from this glowstone. This glowstone in the floor here is temporary, but I want to try and stay away from it, especially when I'm lighting up these upper areas, because I don't think glowstone would work with this, especially if, well, I'm getting a sense that torches would work better here. So if anything, if I do use glowstone, it'll have to be hidden away somewhere, but that's something that we're going to have to figure out in the next episode. So I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments down below, because I always love reading your lovely comments. And don't forget to hit that like button if you so choose. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Keeps you up to date on everything that goes on in it. So that's it for me. Always remember, keep your head up, and I'll see you in the next one.